Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, looks like we have a Gen 1 keyboard here. I just put the trackpad there for looks. It's kind of cool. It's amazing how well Apple machines stuff like precision. It's like freakish. Anyway, so Gen 1, I've dated it by the model number, and it's a 2009. They first came out with the Bluetooth Gen 1s like this in September of 2003. I have a late 2009 iMac, so it's kind of freakish because I bought this at Value Village for like 15 bucks about a week ago, and never even thought to date it until today, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm gonna date my trackpad next. I'm curious now. But it's 2009, so it's like, oh, that's perfect. And it's still working. Like absolutely flawless, no problems, no hassles. Keys are working perfectly fine. I have no errors anywhere with the keyboard. The first one that I ever had like this came with my late 2013 iMac, which is actually on my channel. There's an unboxing video and other videos with that computer doing stuff. My original one, like, it didn't even have a couple of hours on it. It was sporadically used. It stayed in storage more than anything. I even put brand spanking new batteries in when I went to hook it up the one day, and yep, deader than doornail. Just would not work. And I'm like, that's a pain in the butt. So, well off warranty by then, so no warranty claim. So it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But I didn't really care because I'm not a real huge fan of the non-extended style keyboards. I prefer the ones with the number pad. But even the late 2009 iMac, it came with this exact keyboard and the Magic Mouse, of course, that's also Bluetooth, runs on batteries. So it might be kind of really freakish if I happen to come across a mouse that's 2009. I don't think I'll get that lucky, but you never know. I'm going to date it when I get one. But I'm also looking for another one of these, as well as I need two mice, not just the one. Anyway, these things, because they've been out this long, they are not worth the money people are asking. People are asking still 50 and 80 bucks, 40 bucks. It's like, get a life. Like, seriously. They're worth about 15 to 30 tops. Now, 30 is pristine, brand new condition. Like, we're talking, there's not even a scuff mark or nothing. Like, perfect, right? That's worth 30 bucks. But otherwise, yeah, any kind of use, light to heavy use, but still absolutely working flawlessly and no damage, we're talking, you know, minimum 15 bucks, right? It's about all they're worth. 50, 80 bucks, I mean, come on. I'm looking at Marketplace, I'm like, you can't be serious about your asking price. Now, the same guy I got the trackpad off, he's got the exact same keyboard. I don't know what year his is, but he wants 50. And I won't give him 50. He wanted 50 for the trackpad, and I gave him 20, which was kind of good because he lied, because he said everything worked fine, and turned out it was missing one of the bottom feet, which those bottom feet are your left and right clickers down in the corners here. So yeah, not working perfect. So I only paid him 20, but now I got to put it another 20 some dollars just to get replacement factory feet. At least there's still one, either way, I got a matched pair of adhesive ones for now that are working fine with it. The keyboard, in my opinion, regardless, I prefer the number pad one. I want all original for this iMac. But the keyboard in itself, they do last a long, long time, okay? Especially if you're not one of those typers that are like, bam, 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 bam. If you're like that, you need to learn to type, man, because you just got it all wrong. Lighter touch, okay? These are keyboards. They're not, you know, like old-fashioned typewriters here, okay? So, anyways, as long as you're, you know, as long as you don't beat the snot out of the thing. I mean, the keyboards obviously last for years. This one's a 2009 and still won't die, and it's working flawless. All the keys are perfect on it. So now they're not in perfect condition as far as the coloring goes. I mean, they're fading a little bit on some of the keys, especially the most often used keys, which seems to be in this area a lot. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, they're still there. They're still very visible, you know, so that's pretty good for longevity, I guess. But I would rate this at a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, I have to not think about what I prefer. It's what I have in front of me, okay? And what I have in front of me is a very nice keyboard, works very well. I'm not going to hold against that my original was a defective piece of junk. You know, it just, you can get defects. I was just off warranty by the time I got to it and found out it was no longer functional. I don't know what happened to the thing. It never got wet or anything, so I don't know. Just didn't want to work. So, anyway, this thing on the other hand works absolutely flawless. 15 bucks, great deal. 30 bucks, all day long. More than that, don't even touch it, okay? The Gen 1s are old, and any of the Apple keyboards, period, and the mice and the trackpads have no serviceable parts, other than, yes, you can get rubber feet for the trackpads. So you can even replace these with the original, which is, don't want to lose that. That's the original. That takes a lot of force to get that out of there. So that's why when I did the review on this, I said the guy had to have intentionally ripped it out. You know, maybe he was being a jerk, I don't know. But it takes a lot of force to get that out. That just doesn't fall apart or break. It's, you know, it takes a lot to get that to come out. So anyway, I got to order new ones for this, obviously. I'm going to date this now that I'm curious. So I'll date my trackpad later. But anyway, so otherwise there's no repair parts other than like little rubber feety, obviously. But you can't get replacement keys. You can't get keycaps for these keyboards. They just don't make parts. So they're not going to retain value. Okay, just because it's Apple doesn't mean anything, okay? I'm the biggest Apple fanatic you're ever going to meet, next to my buddy James, who's actually probably worse than me. You know, and yeah, we know that this stuff isn't worth very much money. It's ludicrous what people are asking, you know? So, you know, and for stuff that's obviously been replaced by new modern day rechargeable equipment that's even better quality built than these were back in the day. The newer stuff's even better now, you know, and even that on the used market is getting to be absolutely insane. You know, it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, you're better off just buying it brand new from Best Buy or Apple, you know, save your money. But these things, if you are looking for these, because, you know, like me, I've got a 2009 iMac. I want the original keyboard and mouse style that came with it, right? Not because I'm thinking about collector's pricing or, you know, thinking about selling it and getting more value because it's all original. It's because I want that equipment. And, you know, even though I'm not a huge fan of the non-number padded keyboards, I want the original. And I'm quite content and happy with this for using it on that computer. I just would never use it on my Mini. It would drive me mental. I still would say that this deserves a 4.5 out of 5, but it's only worth 15 to 30 bucks, top end, okay? Like, that's Canadian dollars, by the way. Do your own translation in US dollars. Works out to far less, okay? But anyway, that's pretty much about where we're at. Now, dating this to being 2009 was like surprising, because it's like, wow, that matches my iMac year, so hey, kudos. See if we can get lucky with a mouse. But they are good. They do work well. They've got good travel in the keys. They're not overly noisy. I wouldn't say so. They're kind of like chiclet keys anyway. So, you know, they're pretty good. I don't have any issues with them. But yeah, if you want original Apple hardware that originally came with your computer, well, you got two choices. Buy a brand new rechargeable keyboard, which is not going to be original, unless it is. Or you find yourself this stuff in the used market via eBay or Marketplace or Kijiji ads, Craigslist maybe. But thoroughly check it out before you hand over the cash. That's the mistake I made with this, and finding out that a footy was missing, so it's not perfectly operational like he said in the ad. Because those little feety down below control your clickers. If one's not there, guess what? Not going to click. If they're both gone, nothing's clicking. So keep that in mind. Always thoroughly check out stuff. So bring your iPad with you, because your iPad will run a Magic Mouse. It'll run this keyboard. Bring your iPad with you when you're going to check this stuff out used. Okay? If you're shopping on eBay, well, that's your problem. If you get screwed, you get screwed. You'll have to go through the process of hell to get reimbursed or replacement, whatever the deal is, okay? And if the ad does say as is where is, and it shows up non-functional, well, that's your problem, again. So, always pays to shop in person, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, that's kind of where we're at. 4.5 out of 5, 15 to 30 bucks. Great little keyboard, works fantastic. This thing's proven itself to last since 2009 and still kicking, so that's good. Quite happy. See how much longer it keeps kicking for. I'm going to be collecting these anyways, because I'm going to be keeping that iMac for a long time, so I'm going to need a few spares regardless. Plus I got another computer I want to do up with original equipment too for a Mac. So yeah, I'm going to be very watchful of ads and trying to bargain the best I can with pricing. If in a pinch I have to pay a few dollars more than what I'd want to, well, if I have to, I have to, but it better be awfully great shape, you know. So anyway, that's all I got for you. So you know the comments, go down below, ask your questions, leave your comments. What do you think about this keyboard? Did you have one? How long did it take before it died on you? Is it still alive and kicking? You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll be sure to check you on the next video. So see ya.